Justice League is getting ready to be released on DVD and Blu-ray, so I figured let's take the time, since this movie's getting ready to be released, CGI mustache and all, let's rank the 5 DCEU films. It's hard to believe that there's only 5. It feels like there's more than that, but no, there's only 5 DCEU films. And personally, just, personally speaking here, I think it's very, very easy to rank these 5 films. So let's stop the chit chat. Let's just go right into it. I think without a doubt, we have to say the worst DCEU film is Justice League. I personally think that the Justice League movie was a huge failure, not just critically, but also financially. It barely broke. It didn't even break $100 million on its opening weekend. I already said this before. Black Panther made in 4 days domestically what it took Justice League in its entire domestic run to make, which is just a laughable joke that a team-up movie couldn't make what a solo movie made in his first debut film as a solo film. So again, I think Justice League, I went to the movie, saw it twice. I saw it the first time, did not like it. Went and saw Justice League again. I hated it even worse the second time I saw it. A lot of people say, well, we get to see all of our favorite characters team up, but just throwing a bunch of random shit on the screen doesn't make a good team up movie. So by far, I think Justice League is the worst of the DCEU film. With that said, I'm going to jump to the other side of it, and I'm going to talk about the best one. I'm not going to go from worst to first. No, I'm jumping around here, guys. So, Justice League is the worst of the DCEU film. Let's talk about the one that I think is the best of the DCEU films, and that is Wonder Woman. Hands down, Wonder Woman is the best critic-rated DCEU film, and there's a reason for that, because Patty Jenkins did an excellent job with this movie. It made money, it was a very critical success, and the reason why Wonder Woman was so good was because the corporate idiots over Warner Brothers didn't mess with Patty Jenkins. They thought Wonder Woman was a failure. They're like, no one's gonna go see this shit. You just go ahead and do what you want. And Patty Jenkins was able to make the movie that she wanted, and that's why the movie turned out so good. There wasn't a bunch of fucking idiots with their thumbs up their ass trying to mandate certain things, like Justice League for some reason having to come in under 2 hours is just ridiculous mandate from people that don't know what the hell they're doing. They just want to collect their bonuses. They left Patty Jenkins alone. When they did interfere, they wanted to take the No Man's Land scene out of the movie, which was by far the best scene of the film. These idiots wanted to take that out. And we also heard when Justice League screened and BVS screened that it screened very well. And the reason why I bring that up is because Aquaman is getting ready to be released in December, and we're hearing rumbles that Aquaman test screened very well. But we heard the same thing about BVS getting a standing ovation from the corporate heads, and Justice League screening very well, but Wonder Woman not being screened well, and Wonder Woman ends up being the best. So all that aside, we got Justice League is the worst, Wonder Woman is the best. Then we go to the next one, and I'm going to put Suicide Squad at number 4. I really like Suicide Squad. I know a lot of people don't like Suicide Squad. They think it's a jumbled up mess, and I agree with you, and I have the same problems that many of you guys share, but I have fun watching this movie. Margot Robbie alone is worth my time watching this movie. Will Smith is very tolerable in this movie. Everybody knows I really don't care for Will Smith, what he does outside of acting. I don't like his personal life. But Margot Robbie was fantastic. Hell, even Captain Boomerang, fucking Jai Courtney, who I absolutely hate, was funny as hell in this movie. Suicide Squad is a film that I can put on at any time and enjoy it just to watch it. And a lot of people say they can do that with Justice League, that they can put it on just enjoy it to watch it. But you can see where so many things were messed up in Justice League. At least Suicide Squad, even though it did have studio interference, I can watch it and at least enjoy, if nothing else, Margot Robbie. And really, at the end of the day, that's all I really care about. Coming in at number 3 is this was a tough one because I was bouncing between 2 and 3. What was it going to be? But I think I'm going to settle on number 3 being Man of Steel. Man of Steel was a movie, when I first seen it, I didn't like it. But over the years, I watched it and I watched it and I watched it again. And each time I watch it, I like it even more and more. Now, I'm not going to be crazy like Adam and say it's better than Superman 2 Richard Donner's cut, but I do think Man of Steel is a pretty good film. And when you look at the DCEU and you look at the 5 films that's been released, it is pretty much one of the better films. And I really liked, what Zack Snyder was able to do with that film, and the movie really grown on me since its release. So I'm going to put Man of Steel right there in the middle. And then number 2, finishing it off, is of course Batman v Superman, the ultimate cut. Okay, not the theatrical cut. We do not speak of the theatrical cut, because if we do talk about the theatrical cut, that would go past Justice League. That's how bad that movie is. Like, that movie belongs in a dumpster set on fire and then have a jet just fly over and launch a nuclear missile, because Batman v Superman, the theatrical cut, was just god-awful to watch. Nothing in that movie made any sense. This was supposed to be the movie that was going to make all the people that had problems with Man of Steel, like me, it was going to change the perspective of that and give more weight to what happened in that movie. The theatrical cut didn't do that. It didn't. But the ultimate cut was much better. You can see what Zack Snyder was trying to do, until once again these corporate idiots come in and they try to finkle with shit and like, here, take this out. And the stuff that they took out were key elements of the movie. There were certain things in the movie that would not link up well with those scenes taken out. But with those scenes added back, it made a lot more sense to the movie. And I will tell you, I enjoyed the hell out of Batman v Superman, the ultimate cut. I think it's a really good movie, really underrated. And if you've only seen the theatrical version, go back and watch the ultimate cut. Yes, it's very long. Yes, it's 3 hours, but it is really, really good, and I really enjoy the theatrical cut. Sure, you still have problems with the whole Martha scene, but the overall story is really well. And yes, I'm upset about Doomsday being added in there. But overall, I think it's a solid movie. The ultimate cut, not the theatrical cut. We do not talk about that. So let's recap once again from worst to first. Justice League, definitely the worst DCEU film. Suicide Squad coming in number 4. Coming in number 3 is Man of Steel. Number 2 is Batman v Superman, the ultimate cut. And rounding out number 1, the best DCEU film, is Wonder Woman. I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to list your 5 in any order you want in the comment box below. Hit that like, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. That way you can be up to date to all my new content. Until next time, guys, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.